So who would believe that the same person that would tape your ankle before a basketball game or a football game would also be the same person that could possibly save your life if you would have a heart attack or a stroke in an instant second? My goal is to educate you people on the difference between athletic trainers and personal trainers and exactly what it is that athletic trainers do. Basically, we have 6 domains. It starts with prevention and risk management, and then carries into acute and emergency care. Right after that, evaluation of injuries, and after that, rehab and treatment, and professional administration, and education and development. So, to kick things off, we start with the preventative matter, which basically we look into predisposing situations that could cause you to perhaps tear an ACL, lower back pain. So we kind of target those, and we can do rehab and corrective exercises to maybe prevent that from happening in an athletic contest. The other thing would be taping, which I have right here, just regular coach tape, which is what you would get your ankle taped with. For that, we can tape joints, fingers, anything like that to prevent you from possibly hurting them. And this stuff is a different type of tape that we use. It's a little bit more, and I'm going to pass on these scissors too, just because they're extra sharp and you need those to cut the second kind of tape. But the second kind of tape is a little bit more stretchy, if you can kind of see, and yeah, that can kind of help in muscle aid as far as like hamstrings or something like that. And it's also a little bit stronger if you stretch it to its maximum. So after you take the preventative stuff, you go onto the field and you look at evaluation. So someone goes down, our job is to run out there and assess the situation, emergency or not, could be life or death, could not be. And then we get them off, and there's on-field versus off-field management. So one, we manage the situation as it is. If it's not serious, we can take them into the training room or on the sideline and further evaluate it and figure out exactly what's wrong. Sprained ankle, something minor, or concussion, ruptured spleen, anything. Could be all the way across the board. And so then kind of going in steps, you would go into the treatment and the rehab type of phase. So athletic trainers can work with physicians, physical therapists, and we put together rehab protocols, and we carry these out through like a return to play process. So if someone was to get hurt in the field, have surgery, we could take them from day one all the way back onto the field. Just like a physical therapist in the clinic, or Division I sports, college, and high school as well. Along with treatment and rehab, you have the treatment aspect of it, which a lot of people kind of see the profession as like a witch doctor type thing, because we hook people up to electrical stimulation machines, we do ultrasound treatments. You see the soft tissue crossover, which is like massage, which some people mistake us for massage therapists. And then the crossover with personal trainers, we put together the rehab stuff, and we can actually do the performance aspect of it as well. And then as far as treatment as well, you also have just the simple hot and cold, heat packs, ice packs, stuff of that manner. And then to step into the more professional side of it, you have the administrative duties, such as documentation of every single rehab, every single treatment you do, medicines that you provide people, insurance, budgeting, and then staffing. A head athletic trainer could have a whole bunch of administrative duties. They may never even see an athlete, but they just manage. So we're trained all the way across the board. And then professional development and education is our last domain, and that's the most extensive part of what we do. Every single person that's an athletic trainer has to go through a 4-year accredited college program that is governed by a national board, and then after that they have to take a certification exam that is regulated by that same board. That only 30% of people pass on the same try. And after they do that, every single year they have to have continuing education credits, which means they have to go to these conferences or grad school or some type of convention that shows they're continuing and growing and continuing to educate themselves. And then they try to encourage, the same national board tries to encourage that we're an advocate for our profession, in the same sense that athletic training is a fairly new profession. That's why so many people confuse it. It's only been around since the 40s, which may not seem that new, but it really is. So that's another thing that we try to do. So as you can see, the skill set's kind of all the way across the board, from taking something where we could be working with paramedics in an emergency situation all the way down to even a business standpoint, or where you meet in the middle, where we work with orthopedic surgeons to diagnose injuries and then treat and rehabilitate them. Although we can work in a gym or like a fitness center or something, we're not necessarily personal trainers. We're more the other side of that, where we deal with more of the taking care of and getting back to, as opposed to the performance-based and building and strengthening certain areas. We can work in many settings, as I kind of touched on earlier, from high school to clinics to hospitals, professional sports, college sports. The job market really is all over the place. So maybe next time that you're watching a U of M football game or something, you see that person run out on the field and just help somebody off, you'll know a little bit more about exactly what it is that they do. Thanks.